Oh my goodness, what is up, peeps? Welcome back to more gaming news. The best gaming news and drama we saw from this past weekend has now pitted Splitgate fans against Call of Duty fans. And maybe if you're not a fan of either, I'm wondering where you guys fall on this debate of it's the whole make FPS great again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was Splitgate 2 announcing, surprisingly, at the Summer Game Fest this past weekend, a Battle Royale drop, which was teased by the developers for weeks and weeks. We've been seeing the gameplay. You know, Splitgate 2, it does look good. It looks like a unique shooter, still very similar to the original by, I would say, a lot of eyes out there, but it's certainly a unique shooter compared to what we're seeing out there nowadays, in my opinion. I was very excited to see if they followed through with a Battle Royale in 2025, which they did, which originally and still has split the community of can you make this succeed as a Battle Royale in 2025, with many people thinking they're a bit behind the curve. And here I was thinking, okay, everyone's going to focus on the fact that they just announced a Battle Royale at a very odd time, and it's still going to be very cool to see if they can compete with some of the biggest BRs out there at a time where Warzone and Call of Duty is at its worst state probably ever, with cheaters and hackers and disconnect and laggy servers and whatnot. It seemed like a good time to strike. Now, of course, we had Black Ops 7 announced about 48 hours later, so we won't dive into those details. But it was the Splitgate CEO, Ian, who took to stage, and the most viral part of the night wasn't the fact they announced a Battle Royale, which I think has been received pretty well. Well, it was very divisive because he took to stage with a hat that people were apparently very flustered by the fact that he wanted to make FPS great again. And then some of the things he said, where he really kind of calls out other shooter titles, including Call of Duty, of not innovating in the space. And so he really has pitted Splitgate against Call of Duty and really pinned themselves against one of the biggest shooter audiences out there, which, again, rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
And that is now continued with a part of their social media strategy now going on again after Call of Duty, and the CEO even doubling down about most of the statements he did make, which has me feeling really confused because on the one hand, I do actually enjoy the game. I do find it to be a very unique shooter, and I really do enjoy the team behind it and what they've done so far. And announcing a Battle Royale, I do think is very bold, and I respect it, but I also understand why some people would be rubbed the wrong way of now a lot of your image has become this very vocal make FPS great again stance, us versus Call of Duty stance, and people of course attest that to now being, is this the Call of Duty killer? Is it actually a competitor to Call of Duty? And so they've really put themselves in this lane where a lot of people enjoy it and understand it, but I think also rightfully so, a lot of people are like, okay, you're forcing this down our throats, you have a good game, just hone in on that. Like, you have that be your legs, and now their legs seem to be a bit of a different message, which was not helped at all when we then found out just a day after they wanted to make FPS great again, well, one of the bundles in their game was discounted down from an original price of $145, which I can't really defend. I've always called out other games who have ridiculously priced skin bundles, but that's not to say some other titles who called them out have not had ridiculously priced skin bundles. We have talked about Apex Legends and the hundreds of dollars you have to spend just for some cosmetics out there, and sometimes they charge $200 to $300 just to get some of their heirlooms. We've talked about League of Legends, an exclusive Faker World skin bundle that last year went for $500 or something ridiculous that everybody called out, but then people still bought it because it's Faker and it symbolized T1 winning worlds. So many other games have gotten away with this, but to be fair, Splitgate 2 is just now getting going and actually officially releasing a Battle Royale, and when you have a bundle priced that high, and it was even discounted down to $80, I will stand by it. Any game out there that has skins that expensive, I always hate on, But at the same time, I just don't buy them either. So it really split people even further. And I think the main part about all of this is it's happening all at once. You take the stage, announce your Battle Royale, you're competing with Call of Duty and calling them out for not innovating, and you want to make FPS great again with this big, bold statement. You're calling out others, and you got to live up to those expectations you just set. And then instantly you got cosmetics in your game that are quite clearly overpriced, and some critics of your game don't find it to be innovative at all of the FPS space, which I'll leave that to your own discretion. That's very subjective. I've already given you guys my thoughts on the game in general. I think that's what they should be standing on and not trying to angle themselves against Call of Duty Nation. And also, just so you guys know, I will give them a bit more props because within 24 hours of receiving the backlash and criticism from the community, they have now cut the skin bundle price from its original $145 to now just $40. So at the very least, even if that's still too expensive for you, I wouldn't buy it personally, but I'm sure plenty of people will because it was a pretty cool skin bundle. At least they're listening to the community, and that's the kind of transparency and communication that people should like and respect. So got to give them credit there. But that was the Splitgate versus Call of Duty drama, and it's going to continue, I feel like. And now a lot of eyes are on Splitgate too, and of course how this Battle Royale can actually do. What are you guys thinking about this? Till next time though, please take care of yourselves. We got a lot of news coming this week, around a lot of streamers and a lot of games out there. So till next time, take care, drink up, and I'll see you back here soon.